So why are Campagnolo derailleurs so good? So this one I picked up on eBay, and the main thing you'll notice is how sculpted they are. The weight of these derailleurs is the key thing, because they're made of an alloy, they're forged. Some of the parts will be turned. This one's on a Chris Boardman carbon, and I've made a little TPU bush, or my son designed it up in Fusion 360, so we can put the regular cable into the top of the derailleur housing, and then you can see it just cleats up at the back there. So this probably is several years old, but it works perfectly. As far as operating on through clinchers, you know, through a Shimano sort of typical group set with shifters, it works. It kind of rides some of the cogs in between, so it's not, you know, it was made during a generation when you used a fixed lever on the main down tube on most cycle frames. But in terms of the way it performs, yeah, it's quiet, it's extremely light, and even today, by modern standard, it's lighter than most of these derailleurs. I should imagine it's probably lighter than a Shimano Ultiga. Obviously not as light as carbon fibre, but nonetheless, I'd recommend picking up one of these on eBay or elsewhere and just having a play with it. So I've cleaned this one up. How it works is, if you're not familiar with what a derailleur is or what it does, this spring here rides up on the inside of this arm and it puts pressure outwards. So when you're shifting up the gears, this spring is obviously pushing back and pushing this mechanism backwards. The cable is doing the pulling, so it's pulling inwards as you increase the tension on this cable here, which is going from your shifter. And then, so the cable will obviously pull it in, this spring will pull it back. Now, if you look at Shimano, they have a big circular spring in here. Maybe because this has got a patent associated with it. You can probably see if you're careful, it's actually got reference to a patent on the top, patent 78 or 76, I think. And then this is the main sort of pivot point, which puts tension in the chain. This does not have a B-stop adjustment. B-stop is when you adjust, or you can adjust the rearward or forward tilt of this piece here. So this entire mechanism can be tilted, if you like, to the left or to the right. This does not have B pillar or a B adjustment, but it does have the two main adjustments. On the back here you can see it's got one on the top, and these are just the end stops. So it stops it either going into the spokes or stops it going too far out, so that it would be butting, the chain will be rubbing up against the frame. So the two end stops are fairly easy to adjust. Yeah, so that's your Campagnolo, and indeed it's a work of art.